Hello and welcome to Nerdarchy for Nerds by Nerds. I am Nerdarchist Ted, and tonight we're going to play some 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons. Before I jump into the game and the recap, down in the description below, you should be able to find links to where you can find all these wonderful people when they're not over here gaming with me. As kind of previously stated, we're going to play some 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons. This is the episode 2 for our Balaria campaign. This is in our setting Under the Dome, which we're talking about over on the website. Done a number of live chats talking about some different content, and this is our kind of homebrew campaign world, thrust an unknown number of years in the future, in a post-apocalyptic type situation where all the cities are covered by these hundreds of miles wide domes to protect from chaos storms outside. Without further ado, iron bars and arcane wards were the party's only companion when last session began. Deep within the bastion coil Balaria's infamous prison that hums with the cold heart of industry, steam hisses through the pipes and snakes along the walls, and the ever-present glow of the city's power core paints everything in a dull amber haze. There, the adventurers met the arcane Riven Soltor, a man whose reputation for ruthlessness, intellect precedes him. His offer was simple and chilling. Serve me or rot in this coil of iron and despair. Your fate is yours to choose, though I recommend one that keeps you breathing. Faced with few alternatives, the groups accepted their terms. Their mission, track down the Gilded Blossom, a criminal collective whose narcotic concoctions have been poisoning the veins of Balaria's Undercity. Find a production site, report its location. The Archmage's agents will handle the destruction. Their investigation led them beyond the prison's mechanical heart to Smoke Bend, a district where soot stains every face and the air tastes faintly of burnt copper. The Rusted Chalice Tavern awaited, a crooked little den of cheap ale, whispered trades, and a clientele who prefer not to be remembered. There the party drank, pried and probed for scraps of information, each clue bringing them closer to the Gilded Blossom's elusive trail. But as the night deepened, curiosity took a stranger turn. Warforged companion, ever the pragmatist, or perhaps the most reckless of them all, decided the best way to understand the enemy was to sample their wares directly. One deal, one dose, and one resounding thud later, the Warforged was out cold, sprawled on the tavern floor as the rest of the party realized their investigation had just taken a new and unexpected twist. But before we dive in, let's rewind the clock just a little bit and bring us back to that moment in the Bastion coil. When Riven turns from the lot of you, he walks in another direction and steps into another adjacent room. A lone figure is there. Riven turns to him. You heard? I trust no one in this city that is not fully under my control. A look passes between Riven and this other man. Follow them. Ensure their success. Use your knowledge and skills. Ingratiate yourself to them if you must. And for all of Balaria, do not let them try the front entrance to the lair. It will be too well guarded, too watched. They have to have a secret entrance. Find it. And with a nod, the two leave, Riven heading deeper into the complex, while the other figure follows at a distance. We find ourselves once again at the Rusted Chalice. One companion unconscious on the floor, slumped out of his seat. What are the rest of you doing?
So, I'm not sure if you remember, but from the last time I disguised myself as an old man, and I'm gonna interact with the barkeep as the old man and inquire like, "Oh, good God, what do you think happened to that fellow right there?"
Who were you saying that to?
The barkeep.
Well, there are all kinds that tend to come through here, and there's plenty of options out there on the streets. He spends
Wow.
too long there on the floor, his pockets are going to be empty real quick.
Empty pockets, you say? How much you willing to bet on it? My money's that he'll get up soon.
How much you willing to wager?
Well, I thumbed through my purse. How's an honest 2 gold sound?
Yeah. I doubt you're going to find an honest 2 gold anywhere in this city. He thunks down 2 gold onto the bar top.
And even though I'm sorry, Bobby, I forgot your character's name.
Doris.
Doris, excuse me, yes. I'm pretty sure, like, as Doris is probably the only one that knows that I am who I am, I'm just gonna confidently sit down with the barkeep staring outwards.
Alright, what are the rest of you doing?
Trying to wake up so my boy can earn some cash.
Well, I believe I told you how long you were going to be out last session. You remember?
Dude, I don't know what I had for breakfast yesterday, let alone what happened 4 weeks ago.
What, you don't remember like 3 weeks ago?
I think you said an hour.
Yep.
I would kind of just like to eye the patrons in this area. See if anyone kind of catches my eye as being either suspicious or maybe useful.
Go ahead and give me an insight check.
Okay. We love these. Okay, that is a 5 on the dice. I'm pretty confident that will not get me anything good.
Robin, I sent you a message in Zoom chat.
Yes. But also I'm raising my hand because I am both useful and suspicious.
Okay, so who do I notice across the way then?
There's a cow drow just sitting at the bar. You know, usually shady characters sit in the corner away from everyone, but this guy is like right in the middle of all the things, listening to everything that's going on, and that is what calls your attention.
Okay.
Give me insight.
Okay. A natural 1.
Okay,
Jeez.
no, you don't notice jack shit beyond that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Hey.
So it bothers me that I can't read you. Like, I'm usually pretty insightful. So what you see is a very elderly, elvish woman. She dresses in like layers upon layers of what is little better than like wrapped layers of strips of cloth that have composed a sort of like robe, maybe pseudo-monk's attire sort of thing. Very much the sort of thing you would not expect someone with the way she walks to give off. Because she has this air of confidence that isn't common for people that are the sorts of people that would wear these clothes normally. How about you give me insight?
You? Doble insante.
Let's see. 17.
17. So, she, among these, she has like a mess of like grassy tendrils for her hair, because she's a wood elf, so she's like plant-like a little bit. And what you notice is the way she carries herself is almost like she's putting on a show of not being able to stand with posture and poise. She's trying to convey she can't do these things, but she does have a sort of poise about her that does not match anything else about her, and you can also tell she can hold her own, just physically speaking, without weapons.
So quietly, I file away that the elderly woman that is trying not to be noticeable is doing that on purpose. And I should keep
Okay.
my eyes on you in particular.
And she is keeping an eye on you, and you can tell that she's unnerved by you specifically. So she has taken note of you and is uncomfortable about it.
So there are a number of other patrons around this place. One of which was the emaciated girl that Buzz bought a meal for, and perhaps the reason why you really weren't noticing others as much is the meal that Buzz bought for her was quite sizable, and she has devoured every last drop, probably at a pace that is a little unsettling. And you watch as, because she is so thin, so skeletal, that her stomach actually, balloons out with the amount of food that she is just consuming. And as the little bit of skin that is showing around her tabard, you watch as it kind of flexes and moves, almost as if there is something underneath the skin before the bulge in her belly absolutely disappears, and you yet again hear her stomach grumble and growl as if she's hungry.
Doris places a hand on Jelena's and says, "Dear, keep a distance. I'm a bit concerned about one patron in particular, but the fact they concern me means they might prove useful as well. So if you just want to observe, please." And she will approach the table that Robin's character is sitting at.
Oh, I'm at the bar.
She's at
Oh,
the,
at the bar.
He's at the bar.
Okay, he's at the bar. So I'm gonna approach the bar, and I take a seat beside, and without actually looking at your character, I just keep my eyes forward and say, "Not many of our kind here in this city, as far as I've observed."
No, not very.
I call over to Dolores and ask, "Hey, do you and your new friend want to take part in this? It only takes 2 golds."
And then she eyes your character, Robin, and says, "My experience has taught me that he's not very good at wagers."
I see what you're trying to do.
But,
Sometimes things are sure as the sun.
and she will just, offer a hand sort of across the way, finally now looking at you as though seeing you. "Doris.
Real.
Real. So, I'm here with that one." She gestures to Hannibal. "That one." Nods toward Kane, wherever he is at. And, regrettably, that one that's passed out.
Regrettably.
Well, he's currently passed out, so...
That's fair. Quite a cadre of companions you have there.
Yes, we came here looking for a way to get a hit of a special treat.
Oh, yeah. Looking for a little of that spice, I understand.
Yes. You wouldn't happen to know any purveyors?
Not off the top of my head, but I bet if we sit here and watch long enough, we could find one.
Okay.
Want to make a game of it?
Sure.
See who spots the spicer first.
All right. Winner?
And I... Good question.
I just realized I have a small complication with my spell, Dungeon Master. But
Okay.
But after this segment, sorry to interrupt.
The first bet's a light one, just a round.
Done.
Alright. And so I'll like turn around on my bar stool and I've got like my drink in hand and I'm just watching the patrons and like for signs of being like inebriated and or like shady dealings and stuff.
So, as a little bit of a rewind, the emaciated woman that Buzz brought to the table, you certainly would have noticed that Buzz went over, bought some drugs from her, came back here, got stoned and passed out.
Oh, okay.
But in so doing, he then also, prior to actually taking the drugs, bought a meal for said woman. So you would have definitely, picked up on that.
Okay. Well,
because he didn't make any hiding about the process.
all right. So like there is that, but then there's also like, why would you be asking me? Because you were in the room to see that too. So if that were like the person you were looking for, there would be no need to ask me if I had the hookup.
Right, yeah, no,
Well, I
I'm
was
more
saying
looking
for both of you. Bobby might not have remembered.
So I remembered that, but I also remember we were looking for multiple different drug dealers, right? Like we were looking for a key to the ring. So we already know about her. I'm trying to see if Rill catches anyone else with any
And
of
it's
the
kind
other-
of like a
different ones
job
we needed.
interview at the same time.
Yes,
I kind of did
exactly, because I'm trying to see if you're just going to pick the
Yeah.
obvious or if you're going to like find something. Because I'm testing to like, I don't know, your insight might tell you that like, I'm trying to see how useful you are.
Everyone is always trying to see how useful I am. Nobody will ever think that I am worth keeping around if I'm not. This is a truth that I have embodied like to the very core of my being as this character. So I get you, and I'm watching.
Yeah, and I'm also looking because I want to see if I can find who he finds before I do.
Sure.
So
All right, so let's step back, Carlos. So what's the issue here?
Hiddly wink of a complication. My boy wakes up in an hour. This is outside game knowledge. My spell lasts for an hour. The question
Okay,
is,
well you said that he was going to wake up soon, so he was given just a couple of minutes, and it's been close to that. Is there something you're planning to do to wake him up?
I don't think I have anything in my particular arsenal besides get the hell up, which I'm pretty sure is
All
against
right,
the
so
rules.
after a couple of minutes passes, and Buzz is still unconscious on the floor, unmoving, he's like, "Well, looks like you lose." Takes his coins off the bar and holds out his hand.
I pass over the 2 golds, and I ask him, saying, I'm kind of feeling loose with my money, friend. How about, can we get a round of drinks for me and my friends? How much gold would that be?
Depends on what you want. You want some cheap ale, I can get you for a handful of silver. you want something nice, I mean, we can certainly rack that price up.
Something respectable between each of our compatriots. As I kind of point them out.
All right, so then he discounts Buzz, who clearly is not going to drink. He sees that you point to Doris. Do you point to the person that Doris is talking to?
Absolutely. I say literally like I want that little Spitfire right there as I point to Doris.
All right, so that'll be 5 gold.
Their friend then. Alright. So I deposit 5 gold more. Saying like
he pours pulls out five glasses, and he pours from one pitcher into the glasses until it's about 3/4, and then takes out this silver tankard from beneath, and he tops off the drinks from the second, slides them over to you.
Alright, I come over, just move a shimmy down a bit with the drinks with everyone. Swing, I single cane. Come on, buddy. Come on, neighbor.
You want me to leave the junkie here or pick him up?
I think it's fine where he is. I mean, I look around, I already lost the bet. Whatever, just bring him over. And I bring down the tray and I see this new person. I literally extend my hands like, Sebastian, how are you?
I will take it, shake. Real, quite fine. And I'm making a bat you off conversation while I'm watching everybody else, but I'm gonna try to make it hard to tell, right?
Of course. What brings you around? This, I kind of make a slight joke, respectable place.
I'm trying to track down information on a missing person.
Intriguing.
You can feel free to insight me if you want. I will gladly roll deception.
Absolutely. I mean, I believe it or not, I'm not trained in insight, but I'll give it the old college try.
18.
Alright, I gotta refresh D&D Beyond.
I got a 19 on the die.
Oh,
+3.
you know I'm lying. Lying.
Poggers! So, 19 on the die with a +2, 21.
Alright, you both know I'm lying.
I'm sitting there I'm not gonna let you know that I know that you know that I know.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there my friend, drink is getting warm. It's best to drink chilled. But yeah, look.
The drink that he slides over is called the Coil Breaker.
Doris lays a hand on Rill's shoulder, just almost a little melodramatically. Oh dear, could you tell me what this person looks like? Maybe I've seen them.
Oh well. See, the thing is, she's an older lady.
All right.
And he's gonna do that thing where he's obliquely describing you.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's what I was wondering. So she just kind of looks at you and she goes, sounds like a very attractive sort of person.
I would say that. As say that. I'm not sure I would say that. But I keep my old man Sebastian guys up.
And how close are you to me, Carlos?
close enough to at least get kicked.
I was gonna say, I'm gonna kick him. Like, kick him in the shin, just very subtly, like that. Wait, you know, like how, like, when your grandmother is, like, sitting very pristine and, like, hands folded, just randomly, like, the foot flies and nothing else moves? Like that. I got a 13 on the die, plus my unarmed strikes are plus 6, so 19.
Brother, you just broke my AC of 18, but either way, you can kick me. It's fine. I don't think we're going for blood here.
Yeah, no, it's just like very sharp jab kick.
Oh. What? I mean, look, at the end of the day, regardless of who you're working for, I think our ideals align. And I just say that and drink my drink.
So as you put the drink to your lips, it's got a sweet heat up front, and as it starts to burn, it's got a metallic aftertaste. But it is quite potent. And as you finish off the glass, as you finish it off, for just a fraction of a second, it feels like electricity moves through your whole body.
Look at that smooth right there, man. It's like riding the rail.
The locals say it burns the rust off your soul.
Something's burnt, I'll tell you that. Woo. Hey.
Doris swivels on the bar chair to face Rill. All right, dear. I can appreciate good political intrigue now and again. And at the same time, I'm an old woman. I'm old by our standards. So, let's just say I don't have time to parse words as much. We are working for Riven Sotor. We are trying to find these candy vendors. Sort of test, sort of favor, sort of, you scratched my back, now I must scratch yours sort of thing. But you seem skillful and useful and potentially better company than many other people here.
I was like, kind of like, huh?
And she gives you an eye as though, like, if you don't want me to specify you or give you another kick.
Huh?
So that we can get, Dave actually into the game here, we'll say that a little bit of small talk and eyeing up the patrons, each other, and those outside, the hour passes, and Buzz, who has been kind of re-put back into his chair, or put back into a chair, your eyes like rapid fire blink as a sequence of images, dreams, memories. You aren't quite sure what, but you come to, and you see your companions, sitting near you. You aren't in the place that you remember being last, and there seems to be a drow seated along with your group.
Wait, one moment, gracious DM. When the hour is up, do I feel the spell saying, "Hey, I'm gonna kick you back to your normal shape," or do I? How does that work?
You would know when your spell was about to end. Yeah.
I would, before my spell ends, I'm gonna be like, I must take my leave. Please enjoy my beverage as I exit to go towards like the bathroom or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I go back to regular Hannibal mode.
Okay.
I need to keep my disguise a secret. I'm not gonna keep every identity,
Okay.
I don't want. Okay. And eventually I'll come back, you know. Hey, is anyone sitting here? Alright, let me just cop a squat. hey, Hannibal, as I, reintroduce myself to my own, like, hey, how you doing?
May I insight?
Go for it.
Insight versus deception.
I have nothing to hide. Gotta warn you, I rolled 19 on the die.
Yeah, I got a grand
+9.
total of 8. I rolled very poorly. I'm actually tempted to cash in my inspiration right now, but I might need it later, so I'm not going to. You pulled one over on me.
I will be as honest as possible. It's a 28.
That's impressive.
You said political intrigue, guys, like deception, and
Right.
alright, what else? Where do I need a max out?
So I now believe in your alter ego.
God bless you. Like, oh yeah.
So hard, believe so hard.
Oh, welcome back.
Oh, what'd I miss? The stuff works. I didn't think it would work on me. I don't really sleep or dream.
Buzz, Rill, Buzz.
Well, Matt.
Yeah, I had a real buzz. I definitely did. Your friend. Hi.
Hi.
Real or real?
Really?
Did you take Dream Leech? Is that what you consumed?
It is.
All right, roll a d20 for me.
I would love to roll a d20 for you. It's an 18.
So similar to like a wizard's divination, you have an 18 that you can use for you. So sometime within the next 24 hours, you will have seen, while you were stupefied, you saw this moment. So when you decide to use that 18, describe what you saw, and you can change the die roll that you make from whatever it was to an 18.
Okay. Ooh. I will put that in my notes. Great. Why? So we're just picking up random people on the street that are good at things? How are we gonna pay them? Really? I point to a random person in this tavern right now. Get a read on that person right there.
All right. Give me an insight check.
$15 is a good.
What you got total? 16 total? 18. All right. So you look over, and the figure that Buzz points towards, you would kind of gather that they probably started off as human, but they are, clearly flesh warped. One of their sides of their body is like expanded. They're almost like a Formarian, the type of giant that's bigger on one side than the other. His left arm, his left leg are laden with so much extra muscle And then as he moves, you can see like his right arm has like metallic inserts underneath the flesh, and there's like parts where like the skin isn't sewn all the way together, and you can see the metal underneath. And then on his left side, he has like a single like curved horn coming forward. And as he kind of acknowledges that he's been kind of pointed out, he just kind of shifts his gaze and looks at you. And you are having a little bit of a hard time. This figure looks vastly different from the folk of your homeland. If I remember your city correctly, there's not a whole lot of flesh warping going on there. So this guy seems, despite your scrutiny, he seems to mask himself somewhat well.
Okay. And he's looking at me or at Buzz, who pointed him out?
He has acknowledged that he was pointed out by the group. So he is like kind of looking at the space between the two of you so that he can see both of you in his field of vision.
Okay.
You're not reading aggression, but you're not reading a whole lot other than acknowledgement that he has been brought into the conversation.
Okay. So I will.
So what do you got for me, Granny Goodness?
Well, he likes body modification, but he doesn't have the funds to keep it up. Hence the patchwork job sewing his skin back together. And I'm not too worried about him, because he has kind eyes.
He lets out like a slow laugh at that.
So it seems like he hurt her.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's not
This
really
place
hiding
isn't
saying it either.
This place isn't like overly large, and you guys have been for now like hour and a half been dominating the space. So like there are people who are watching to see what antics and what have you the lot are getting up to, and some are not really giving a crap, but this dude was kind of called out, so he's like, all right, what's going on?
And literally, I used to mention over to Buzz, like, look, a kind-hearted man wouldn't laugh in a hardened place like this, so...
Well, Grinder, how'd she do?
I think he's calling out to the gentleman that we've been analyzing.
I don't think anyone's ever said I've got kind eyes before.
I'm gonna look at his eyes a little closer. Do they look kind?
Whatever they are intense.
Yeah, I mean, if someone came up to my grill, I'd be like, well, yeah, what the hell am I looking?
Name's Vester.
That's
We're
a good
down in the Ironheart Forges.
That's a good name. That's a good name, Grinder.
They don't
Good
pay you
name.
well, do they? At least not enough.
Nobody gets paid well in this place.
You deserve better. And she'll lean back and take the shot that that Hannibal bought for them earlier.
Okay.
That was Sebastian, my guy.
Yeah, Sebastian. Bought for you, not Hannibal.
Yeah.
Where did you say you work?
The Ironheart Forges.
But yeah, she just comments that he deserves better, takes a shot, and then looks at Buzz.
So again, it's got a sweet heat, kind of a tinny metallic aftertaste that tingles on your tongue. And then as soon as like you've swallowed it all, just that half a second where it feels like electricity shoots through your entire body.
Oh, their stuff is different.
What's your next mod? If you don't mind me asking.
Well, I just try to keep chasing what's there. I was honestly thinking about, keeping up with the left side and adding some like bone spurs along the forge arm.
Man, that'd be pretty freaking sweet.
You into flesh warping? Are you able to be flesh warped?
Well, it's kind of a cool thing, but I ain't got much flesh to warp. As I kind of get up and shake myself off a little bit, adjust my conical rice hat, and as I move around, like flakes of rust kind of fall off of me.
I mean, there's some ironmongers here that do some interesting work.
Really?
I mean, we could fuse some stuff to that. I mean, is that legit metal on the outside of you?
Yeah, underneath this rust, there's definitely some metal.
He like gets all up in your space, and as he stands up, he's a pretty tall guy. Lopsided, as you kind of imagine with his exaggerated muscle growth. But as he kind of like limps over, like he gets in and like starts poking at your like shoulders and your biceps. I mean, we could probably fuse, forge right to you if you wanted.
Maybe, but I kind of like to stay a little flexible. I've been known to dabble in making some changes myself, Is it true they don't pay you very well?
Nah, anyone in the industry is pretty much interchangeable.
Yeah, sucks just to be a cog in the machine.
That's the factory under the city. I mean,
What's your next upgrade going to cost you, if you don't mind me asking?
Now, to get the bone spurs that I want, probably about 100 gold.
Ooh, yeah, that's a lot. Well, it's gonna take a while with your salary, I bet.
But like anything, it's a process. I could always take a couple of tours out chasing churn malls. Told that pays well, but survival rate's none too high.
Oh yeah, what's the cost to go out to see the churn malls? I keep hearing about these things.
From what I'm told, the take is about 24 gold per churn mall we bring in per person. But survival rate's like 1 in 3.
24 gold per person per churn mall. Wait a minute, 1, 2, 3. There's 5 of us here. Our other friend wandered off. That's 6. You'd be 7. Wow, that's a lot of gold. That's like a lot.
Yeah. A little churn mall is, probably
It's like-
20, 30 feet long.
It's like 168 gold, right? Is my math right? It's hard to think sometimes. It's so fuzzy.
Something like that. But,
I keep hearing about these churn malls ever since I got here. I didn't see any on my way in. Hey, you guys see any churn malls on your way in? I kind of get a far off look as if I'm imagining churn malls.
they're pretty much the staple meat here. I mean, the city's got a handful of, Roth herds underneath, but you know, it's a lot easier to pull in the churn malls than it is to, you know, farm the Underdark cows.
Look at this guy. I bet this guy can just wrestle a churn maul all by himself. Look at his biceps, and I point to Tate's character.
Kane, yeah. Kane or Russell is like ready, yeah.
He turns to you, Kane. Are you a worm wrestler?
Not that kind of wrestler.
No.
The things I fight don't slither around. At least not until I'm done with them.
These things, they burrow through the black sands. Swallow you whole if they get too close.
I mean, 24 gold is 24 gold.
Indeed, but like I said, survival rates 1 in 3 usually.
1 in 3, huh? So 2 of us is make it back. Do the people that make it back, do they get the gold for the ones that didn't?
Yeah.
Well, that sucks.
That's contract work for you.
What do they do with all that extra gold?
They say it's for equipment upkeep and something about burial rights, but how the heck you burying something that's getting swallowed by worms?
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, if we could figure out how to just skim a little bit off of all the ones that don't make it back from the ones that do make it back, we'd probably never have to work again. Like, we're probably just like a decimal. That's all we need.
I don't know what a decibel is.
You know, like if 24 gold, like a decimal of that could be like silver or coppers. But if you had enough of them, it adds up over time and they wouldn't even miss it. It's so small.
You want to skim silvers from the churn mall monglers?
Yeah, I mean, it's just a thought. Seems like a better thing than trying to bring in churn malls.
Are you talking about taking Electrum then?
No, that's too much. It's got to be small so they don't notice it.
Oh,
So
sorry.
each one, just a little bit.
Sorry, the conversion is just goofy.
Are you guys trying to camp?
I use go back in, like,
Can't.
as you asked that, I use go back.
Oh, I can all the time. They say you can't do this, you can't do that. But, yeah.
Nah, it sounds, you know, never heard no term electrum.
Oh, you don't have that stuff here? It's like I think it's like fancy gold for rich people who think they're better than the rest of us because they're like, ooh, we have Electrum.
I don't know. We got gold, we got copper, we got silver.
I'm not even sure if it's real.
Doris
like
almost does a spit take when he says it's fancy gold.
It's like made up stuff for rich bros.
Cryptocurrency.
You say so.
But anyway, you've been a good sport. Put her here, and I go to like give him a handshake or whatever.
You
we do.
offer out your right hand or your left hand?
Whatever. I want to match his funky arm.
All right, so his big arm is his left arm.
I do a very unconvincing job of sliding him 10 gold.
Holy crap.
Hey, that's for your fun, man. You know, just a little something for your trouble. You've been a good sport.
Seriously?
Yeah. Besides, maybe you can tell us something about this can in the future.
Ooh.
Dude, thanks, man. I greatly appreciate it. I tend to hang out here if you're ever serious and you wanna try going after a worm. I'd be down. You seem fairly sturdy. And apparently you got a crew. I ain't got much of a crew these days.
What happened to your crew, man?
You know, some try to find better ways in this dome. They don't make it. one buddy who was tired of the forges, and he decided to take that strong forging arm and head into the arena. And that place ain't just for show. His opponent was really into the performance. My boy bled out.
That's unfortunate. Hey, Granny
I'm gonna
goodness,
try
since we're bringing the people in, what about this guy? I like this guy. Look at the size of his arm. Yo, you wanna arm wrestle Kane? That would be cool to watch.
I'll arm wrestle.
I'll put up 2 gold to the winner.
Why not?
And I try and get a betting going on the 2 of them.
If anything, I'll help. I will literally help with a performance check if that's what's needed.
All right, so like you're talking about within the tavern itself?
Yeah, just in the tavern.
All right, so give me, unless you got something else, I'm gonna say either persuasion or performance. If you think there's another skill that you wanna sell me on.
I have a question. May I help?
I will. Can I? Can I assist Carlos in trying to get folks involved?
Sure.
I have a plus 12 in performance.
I know. I'm gonna roll to try and help you.
All right.
I rolled double zeros. How much help do I give Carlos's character? What's your character?
What do you mean double zeros?
I think you
You
gave
rolled
me
2 ones with a
I
minus
think you,
1?
I think you gave me disadvantage.
I think so too, man. What's your character's name again?
Hannibal, but I
Hannibal.
think you
All
gave me,
right.
I'll roll disadvantage.
Yeah, no, there's no disadvantage. You just don't get the advantage.
Oh man, double one should mean something.
All right.
I mean,
like he should his head explodes while he tries it.
yes, Dave rolled so poorly it killed Carlos' character.
Well, I think like every time I say
That's
something
legit.
dramatic, he comes in. Oh yeah, and that will happen. Yo, shut up, man.
All right, how about this? There is an effect, but it is not an effect on the roll.
Okay, I will roll straight then. Okay, yo, this D&D Beyond dice are loving me tonight. This is like my third 19 in a row. 19
right.
plus 12 is in fact a 31.
You're getting my roll. You're getting all my good rolls, man.
Listen, man, it has to go
Dave, you're a
somewhere.
player. You don't have good rolls, remember?
That's true. But they gotta go somewheres, right?
All right, so the handful of people in the tavern have decided everybody is interested in what's going on here, and the barkeep he takes something down from the back wall behind the bar, and he pours a drink. All right, well, and he points to Buzz. You've been trying to get people in on this. Either the winner or the loser gets or has to drink this. You choose, and it's like frothing and bubbling.
All right.
I'll hide your Constitution, Titan.
He stoppers the bottle and puts it back behind the shelf.
So I am going to. What I'm going to do is I'm going to flip a gold piece and have the bartender call it.
Okay.
Heads or tails, and I'm just gonna catch it and slap it on the bar and hold my hand on it.
All right. So he says heads.
Okay. This guy's been annoying me all night, so now I'm gonna try and sleight a hand to make it tails. And so heads, who drinks?
Well, he was saying you call. You said you wanted to flip a coin.
Yeah. I'm gonna flip a coin. He's gonna call it. But heads is Hannibal, or heads is.
No, it's either Kane or Vester.
Yeah, I had nothing to do with this, dog. I'm just hyping people up, dude.
Oh yeah. That's Kane or Vestival. Sorry.
My
Okay, so heads is
constitution ain't
Kane.
that high, man.
Heads is the winner, tails is the loser.
Okay, heads is the winner, tails is the loser.
All right, Tate, have you rolled your athletics check yet?
No, I was just waiting.
All right,
And-
yep.
I have a sleight of hand
Dirty
In order-
20.
in order to choose who does the drinking.
Okay.
So sleight of hand 16.
All right. So I personally don't have a huge amount of experience, with arm wrestling. Go figure. I have, one tale that I've taken part in. So I will use that as the inspiration for this moment. Tate, the two of you seem fairly evenly matched, but your knowledge, your expertise, or just your luck, you've won, though you don't know it yet. In that first moment, Buzz, puts his hands over the pair of yours that are locked up. Vester is kind of like looming above you, leaning into the table, almost because he doesn't have a choice. His body is so mismatched. And despite the fact that his hand is, significantly larger than yours, as soon as Buzz's hands part and he says go, you turn your wrist and torque his wrist just enough that it gives you that kind of extra little advantage. And it goes back and forth for like several minutes. You feel the strain as you pull him down, and he fights with all his might to pull it back to the center and take you a little bit. But your positioning, you grind your teeth, you push everything you have into it, and after all of the effort, you feel this burning in your bicep. You can feel it in your shoulders, but you push through it. Bam! You slam his hand onto the table. It hits with a resounding crack. You think you did it hard enough that it should have hurt him, but he doesn't really react, to that. He's reacting to the loss. You saw the strain and the effort. You saw the sweat kind of, pouring down the sides of his head. You saw it. You see his his tabard, getting wet underneath the arm. He really did give it his all, and you won, but barely. But you win.
So I remove my hand, and it is showing that the winner drinks.
The winner drinks?
Yes.
All right.
I don't know if anyone catches my sleight of hand at a 16 or not.
You said it was a 20?
16.
16? So anyone's passive perception that is higher than 16, you will see that Buzz, when he went to reveal, he slides the coin by the finger, flipping it over before he reveals it. Whether you want to say or do anything about that, that is entirely up to you. But Kane, you walk away with 16 gold.
Nice. And apparently I experience as I take this drink.
As you drink it, go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw.
18.
All right. So your body feels like it is on fire from the tongue down to your gut. You can feel the frothing ever present throughout what's there. There is a inner fire that lingers, and it's not uncomfortable, but it's not exactly comfortable. And because I'm, making shit up on the fly, this drink that kind of came out of nowhere, you feel like you could exhale this at any point in time that you want. Out of game, you have one use of a Dragonborn's breath weapon that if you don't use in the next 24 hours, you will just take the damage.
Noted.
Maybe you'll feel a burp. Bam! And shoot it off.
Absolutely, yeah.
I'm gonna do it right when Buzz is in front of me for making me drink this shit.
Fair enough.
So, Ted, just to remind us, can you please refresh? We were just supposed to find someone vending one of those drugs, right? And return the information.
You have to find the way into the lair and
Okay.
report back to Riven Soltor
Okay.
as to how his agents will get in.
Yeah, we're trying to find the mirror coil, right?
We
No, Mira Coyle was the woman.
Okay, she
That-
was the woman.
and she had
Yeah,
eyes.
that was the woman that you bought a meal from or bought a meal for and bought drugs from.
Is she still around by any chance? After
She
all
is-
this nonsense?
After all of this nonsense, you kind of see that she is slinked out of the tavern and is back on the streets, but still visible.
I think I'm gonna slink out.
What was the organization's name again, Ted? That we're
The
trying to
Gilded Blossom.
Gilded Blossom. Alright, it's really jumbled.
Sorry,
So
impressed that you have some notes at all.
I have the Gilded Bloom.
Gilded Bloom, Gilded Blossom, it's
Yeah.
the same thing.
Potato, potato.
Oh, dude.
So every supplier needs to restock. So if we follow Miracoil, perhaps we find the supply?
Dude, in a place like this, I'm pretty sure she sold plenty stuff.
I can be quiet. Kane is not as skilled with that. Rill, where do you fall on that spectrum? Sorry, you're muted.
yeah, I sure am. What are we discussing again?
So I filled you in that we are trying to
Yeah,
find the
I
Gilded
got that
Bloom.
part, but like, what skill are we discussing?
Stealth.
Oh. Kush. You might say it's my thing.
Ah.
I raised my hand as well, like, been known to slink past a thing or two.
And Buzz?
I clank back over to our table.
Right. So perhaps Kane and Buzz follow at a distance, and if the rest of us find ourselves in trouble, whichever of us is able can bring them to us?
You'll find me a little bit more useful for, like, I don't know, opening things, locking and unlocking things.
Okay.
I can find traps and things that are hidden.
I asked Dolores as I point over to Ryle, like, this one is trusted, right?
I think so. As much as any of us can trust one another, to be frank.
Okay. So, on our way out to the expedition, quite definitely outside the bar, at some point I'll, like, if we're gonna go do this thing, I literally, like, signal over to them, like, hey, check this out. I kind of raise a cloak, right, over me. And like I said, and I'm going to use another first level spell slot for Disguise Self. And you'll meet my second alter ego, Jermaine. Young gristle fellow strapped up in furs. Pleasure to meet your acquaintance. As I extend a hand out over.
Useful.
To sorry, Robin. I know I have your character's name here somewhere.
Rill.
I extend my hand over to Rill, like, pleasure to meet your acquaintance.
Do I get another insight check?
Yeah, I'm full of shit.
Man, I'm absolutely
I would say
certain
I'm going to say this one's an advantage.
Yeah.
He keeps walking in and be like, "Oh, pleasure to make your acquaintance."
16.
Yeah. I'm not even gonna roll. Yeah, Avi. I did it in front of your face.
Oh. You're quite good at that.
That's why I said, can she be? Can like they be trusted? Like, great. Let's pop.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I'm sorry, I've been sneezing a lot.
Bless.
No, you're fine, Robin.
So
I will also burn a first level spell slot. And it'll be kind of conspicuous if Hannibal's not with us, and I take the form of Hannibal.
Oh. Is everyone here just some form of shapeshifter?
I can't.
Nor can I.
I'm not either. You can incite me if you want.
Okay.
I don't really alter my body as much as my mind. But, I know a little bit of the arcane arts. It's really just an illusion.
Aha.
But what isn't an illusion?
True to form, I still can't read Rill.
You see Jermaine's face like, you weren't full of shit. You really do hit the books, alright?
Oh, I used to be a scholar. But then, my mind wandered.
That's fair. I suppose everybody used to be somebody.
We're somebodies. Or am I somebody's now? And I used to be a somebody. I don't know. It gets confusing after a while. All the voices,
Well, everyone used to be somebody, but that particular somebody is going elsewhere. As I point out, our mirror coil, like, she's out making it out.
All right. Well, then let's go. Ted, can I try to follow stealthily? And as I do, I want to make sure I'm of the level to do this. I'm used to being higher level.
Bless you.
You're trying to follow Mira, or you're trying to follow somebody else?
Trying to follow Mira.
Right now, Mira is just kind of like standing on the streets. It's clear that she's I don't know, a hook or a dealer, because that's where Buzz bought the drugs initially. But I mean, if you hang out and linger, maybe she will, go somewhere.
Yeah, that's more what I was thinking. Was like when she leaves, I want to follow, and I
Okay.
want to be inconspicuous and stealthy about it.
So before I leave the bar, I want to say farewell to Vester. All
Okay.
right, man. I will catch you later, bro. And
So
let me pick-
he reiterates that he does hang out here on occasion.
I know I can find you here or down at the Ironheart Forges. I'm gonna go pick up his bar tab. I like this guy.
All right, 4 silver.
4 silver. I'll plop down. I will plop down 2 gold. Let my friend drink until it runs out.
Understood.
I need bar friends like you, Dave. I'll tell you that right now. Gonna be honest, man.
Yo,
You-
the high guy is always the best. To
You
hang
that
out
guy,
with.
I'll give you that, man.
He's the best to hang out with when he's got money. When he ain't got money, not so good. Stay away.
It's burning a hole in my pocket. I must use it. And besides, when it's fake money from a role playing game, easy to be that guy.
So does Mira
All right,
actually
so,
go somewhere, or does she kind of live here?
Is there anything anybody wants to do while we're waiting to see what Mira does?
Actually, once we she's in sight.
Mhm.
Um. I'm going to get within 90 feet of her.
Right.
Or kind of just hang out like within 90 feet. And so sad. And once she looks like she's ready to move on, and those guys are about to start following her, I'm gonna tag her with a hunter's mark.
Okay.
Okay.
If you can't be stealthy, know where he is, at least.
Mm.
Yeah.
That way he and Kane can follow at a distance. That's really smart.
Yeah. I tried. I got 16 intelligence.
Really?
Your intelligence is just as good as my highest scores.
All right. So as you guys kind of chill and wait, you watch as she interacts with several people. She clearly takes money from people as they come and go, and she passes off whatever substance they're looking for. What is the highest passive perception amongst a lot of you?
I don't know about the highest,
16.
but I got a 15.
Oh, I got 10.
It ain't mine, I'll tell you that right now.
How about you, Robin?
I keep
16?
muting myself because I keep sneezing. I'm sorry, what was the question? Passive?
Passive perception. Can you beat a 16?
No.
Right. So you see people come and go. The thing that, even though some of you are trying to watch, at some point in time, one of you acknowledges that the pouch where she is slipping her coin is definitively lighter. So you don't know, like, whether somebody, was able to pickpocket, or whether, like, she passed coin off to somebody that was in passing. But at some point in time, before she decides to begin making her way out of Smoke Bend, it is obvious that a lot of the coin that she has collected is no longer with her. But eventually she begins to snake deeper into the thicker part of the bad part of the city. So who is stealthing along the closest?
I'll give my fair share of stealth. Rolled that. All right, well, I
was
don't
rolling
know.
stealth rolled up.
Are we doing it separately, or are we staying together?
I think because I'm in a disguise, I'm gonna do it separately.
Okay.
Because
whoever is staying close enough to kind of see her and stealth. Give me your rolls.
Okay.
I got a 15.
Oh no, I dropped it.
Believe it or not, my dice have actually rolled below a 10 tonight. So 15 is mine.
Horrendous.
Right?
I got a 15 as a base. Plus 6, 21.
Okay. And how about Robin? Are you stealthing along?
Let me just. Okay, I'm glad I didn't use that inspiration earlier because I need it now.
Oh,
Okay.
Yes, that's much better. 18.
18. So we got an 18, a 21, and a 15. There are occasional, like, torch lamps that seem to be fed from something below the city. They're not like, wood burning torches, but actual, like, fire that's coming out of, a tube. In the major parts of the city, they're all over the place. Everything is well lit. Here, they are sparse. You're able to follow this woman for a while as she begins slinking, staying kind of on the outskirts of the light, staying somewhat close to it, but definitely not like walking through the brightest portions of it. She's almost taking a winding path, getting into the outskirts of the lesser light. And in one of these dark patches, you're hearing the footfalls and you're seeing where the person is. But there is some kind of transformation that seems to take place, because from one light source to the next, this 5.5 foot tall, emaciated, woman winds up stretching. Her thinness, her emaciateness remains, but she grows to be about 7 foot tall, stretched like a piece of putty or clay. Her skin darkens. Her hair almost solidifies into like wispy tendrils that kind of like fall out behind her. At the edge of one of these lights, she looks back. Her face almost serpentine as opposed to human. You're not sure who, but you have an idea that she turned back for a reason. Perhaps, one of you has been not as stealthy as you would have liked, or perhaps multiple of you. But you're pretty sure she is aware that she is being followed. But other than looking back, her path does not change as she makes her way to a ladder down to beneath the city. Do you continue?
Absolutely, I do. I mean, there's been nothing more hot than this to reach your goal in. Yeah. Anyone who knows me can see a look on my face like, I think we should. But that's just my prerogative.
I'm going in. I'm going to follow.
Alright.
I'm going to follow stealthily.
And I look over Royal like, we in this? I'm just gonna roll my stealth. Okay. That'd be a total of 20.
I'm going to use my inspiration now. Oh, I got a natural 20.
My guy!
I'm glad I used that. That puts me at a 26. That's as high as I can get.
Pretty darn impressive. So are the three of you, I'm assuming, ahead of Buzz and Kane? And Buzz and Kane are kind of taking up a distant rear?
I would assume so.
Yeah. Can I also do a thing? Once we
would you
get
like to do?
into the lair, I'm gonna you just kind of see that there's like this almost like wispy sort of vague smoke or something just trailing off of my plant tendrils. Maybe it's like a visible aroma a little bit. I'm casting Pass Without Trace as my racial feature.
All right, I gotta stop you. A visible aroma?
I don't know how else to, like, you know how like a
Visual aura?
yeah,
Aroma is
like
a
that. Thank you.
Okay.
You know like how you in cartoons and stuff you'll see like the visual effect of like a smell.
Sure.
It's like that, but there is an aroma to
Okay.
it.
All right.
Yeah.
So you're giving off an aura that has an aroma to it.
Yeah, it's like it just kind of dulls the senses a little bit, you know, like that. You know, like, so I'm better at stealth, basically, is what I'm flavoring. Like, I don't leave tracks, and I have plus 10 to my stealth rolls. And everyone around me does too, I believe.
Well, they'll put me
Within 30 feet?
I believe so. Let me click on the thing on D&D Beyond here. Yeah, within 30 feet. So, each creature I choose. So I choose Rill and Hannibal.
Okay.
Well,
And
in
me.
that case, you can, instead of that 20, make it a
All right,
30.
so Kane and Buzz, you were lurking further back. Are you doing anything to, beyond just, okay, well, I know that's the direction this person is going. Do you have some kind of way of marking the three of them if something were to happen?
I'm just following Buzz. He's the one that's tracking him.
And I'm just kind of tracking via Hunter's Mark
Okay.
to the general direction.
All right, so as you enter into the Undercity, climb down a ladder, which kind of drops, literally like a 10-foot drop onto a stone platform where the stairs descend even further. the light down here is practically non-existent. You can see in the tunnels that are here, there are a few like glittering motes that seem to react when light is present. The soft footfalls of what you assume is Mira, moving off in the distance. You can hear the direction that she went, but as you're getting into a tunnel network, moving slowly and stealthily, it is quite possible that she could get far enough ahead that you might not be able to be following directly. You have a choice to make. Are you gonna move more hastily, or are you going to recollect and try to rely on Buzz's spell?
Ooh. I'll look over to the wisest of us, Dolores. With age comes wisdom, as I reiterated from our first encounter.
Picked again.
Which way do we go?
With experience comes wisdom, dear. And which way do we go? I am trained in survival also, if that matters, so I can track things.
Down here on the stone steps that she is familiar with, tracking would be at disadvantage if you're trying to follow, or again, you have the capacity to move quickly and catch up to where she would be visible. Doing so, of course, would reveal your presence, or at least dilute any chance at stealth. Or you could wait for Buzz to catch up and use his spell.
I'm not sure we know. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. We're not entirely sure that Buzz did his thing, right? He just did it. Is that accurate to say? Or...
That's
thought
accurate.
You guys said that, I'll be able to... I can follow from a distance.
Yeah.
I assume there was some kind of magical jargon that was stated that was bypassed to kind of keep the action rolling.
Okay, then that's fair, yeah.
I'm thinking probably not, because Buzz was high as fuck.
Okay.
So yeah, he's probably just like.
Knowing
Okay,
this
well
now,
then, option A or B, move with haste, or try your hand at tracking, on Bearstone.
I would like to do both, because I'm going to also racially cast Longstrider on myself. So it increases my speed by 10 feet. And it's not concentration.
You might be able to move quick. You might be able to move quicker, but your allies will not.
I'm aware of this, but if I can leave, if I can go to find where she is, I can kind of either maybe intentionally mess with something, or otherwise leave a sign, or I can come back and find them.
Here's a stupid idea.
Okay,
Let's
well,
split the party.
I mean,
split the party a third way.
It's already
Excellent.
split.
All right, so I need two things first.
okay.
First, go ahead and give me a survival roll with disadvantage.
Okay, well, that is probably my disadvantage. Yes. 12?
All right. So as you begin to move forward, trying to follow, where she went, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Okay, let's see. That is better. So, plus 6, 17?
17. So as you are going, you have enough wherewithal to be paying attention to your surroundings, not just looking for clues. Now, you acknowledge that up ahead, you begin to hear this sound. And as you look and see, there are every so often just gouts of smoke coming through this corridor. Now, you don't know exactly what these, what this smoke is, this puff that goes into the hallway that you're walking through. But as you acknowledge this, you realize that in the dark, bare stone, and someone who's familiar enough with the terrain, she came this way either because this is where she had to go and you're on the right path, or she came this way because she knows this is somewhere that she can lose you.
Okay.
But on the bare stone, she does not appear to be leaving much or any trail that you can see enough to confidently follow. At least not while you're trying to also be stealthy.
Okay. So if she knows that she's being followed, then being stealthy is kind of pointless. Because it's not like we've been branching off a lot, or like there's a lot of ways she could lose us. So if she genuinely believes that she's still being followed at this point, being stealthy probably isn't helping. So I'm just going to go with, rely on my pass without trace, but otherwise move normally.
Okay.
So
Sure.
Functionally, just relying on that plus 10 and whatever I naturally do.
Yep, sure. So you're gonna just charge ahead full?
I guess, yeah.
Jermaine.
Right, so what are you doing about this smoke puffing into the hallway?
I'm probably covering my mouth and nose, pulling up my veil, like how I have that mantle that has a hood and a veil. I'm just pulling up the veil part. And I am going to actually, let me see if I can do this. I'm going to be taking Step of the Wind as a bonus action as well, because I can do that as a monk just all the time as a thing.
Yep.
And I probably would have been doing this as I'm trying to keep up with her, but stealthily. So I'm hoping that will kind of mitigate the fact that I've been losing her a little bit.
So because you cover your mouth, go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw at advantage.
Okay, that's good because my Constitution saving throws aren't great. That is a 16 plus 1. 17.
17 or 7?
17.
All right. So you cover your mouth, and you push forward, and every so often one of these things puffs out. It's a sweet smelling vapor. It almost kind of draws you in. But number one, it's easily covering whatever kind of scent someone might be leaving behind. So that would alleviate a number of ways of tracking from that situation. But you tell me, what sweet indulgence does Doris smell?
She smells the trees. More specifically, the moss on the trees,
Okay.
back in the gloaming arbor.
So you wind up falling down this, minor rabbit hole of, you smell this sweet scent. It makes you think of, the moss on the trees at home. It makes you think of home. And like you realize that this could easily spiral into quite the little memory loop.
Mm-hmm.
But you manage to kind of shake it off and push forward, and you realize like there's more and more of these vents sticking, shooting out smoke. If you don't do something to kind of stop it, or figure out how to completely avoid it, it definitely is going to cause an issue for yourself and or your companions.
So, I have a couple questions. First off, is
Sure.
this a charm effect?
No.
Okay. Second off, is this a known poison?
A known poison?
Yeah, like,
No.
is this a poison?
Yes.
Okay, I am proficient in a poisoner's kit. Would I have
Okay.
ideas about what would help with this at all, or is it just stop up the vents, basically?
So I'm, as with any kind of, hazard or threat or whatever have you, I'm always open to ideas. But you could figure out what is causing these things to go off. You could try to see whether there is a magical element to them, or you could, as you said, literally just try to stuff things in them to stop them from working. So
Okay.
I've got investigation, arcana, and sleight of hand that could be useful, but I'm also willing to entertain other things.
So I'm definitely willing to try investigation. I also have a way to kind of help guide my friends, if that's okay.
Sure.
I want to use something weird. So, because I can't
Always
not
love
be
something
weird,
weird.
Ted. I have on my inventory sheet perfume because she's an old lady, and I imagine her having this very cloying, distinctive perfume, like grandma has.
Sure.
So I do want to investigate to try to see where it's coming from, but I also want to occasionally be spritzing this perfume because I
Okay.
bathed in it most of the time, and I want to have maybe my friends be able to smell it to help guide them.
Okay.
But I do want to do investigation or perception if you'll allow it.
No, I think investigation over perception. Perception is like what you see at a glance.
Mhm.
Investigation is really kind of getting into the nitty gritty of it.
Okay, so that's just a straight roll for me. So we'll just leave it up to the dice. See what
All right.
happens. 9.
So you aren't really sure what specifically is causing, what is causing these things to pop off. Just based off of who had the higher stealth. Robin, is it Rill? Your character's name?
Yes.
So you would be coming on the scene now as Doris is kind of looking at these puffs of steam coming out of the walls. You would smell that sickeningly sweet vapor as you come on there. There's also now some kind of hint of perfume in the air now as well. So what do you want to do?
Mm. Is there a way to get word back to those who are following?
One of you could kind of trek back. I don't know if anyone has sending.
I have a message.
Yeah, the message
What?
goes like 30 feet. It's not
120. It's 120.
120. Oh,
That could actually be helpful.
But keep in mind there are limitations to the cantrip. Literally, I can't go through solid objects. This spell can cast through solid objects you're familiar with the target and no beyond the material, beyond the barrier. Magical silence, 1 foot of stone, metal, or wood, or a thin sheet of lead blocks the spell. I don't think it's going to be helpful because I'm pretty sure there's quite a bit footage of stone and thingies blocking.
yes.
But either which way, Ryle's the one ahead, not I.
Well, you're not that much further behind Real. So, I mean, do you have any ideas of what you want to do when you show up? Whichever character you're currently playing. Sebastian, Hannibal. What are we this time?
Jermaine.
Germaine.
I mean,
Did you just look up a list of hipster names?
I have reasons why I picked these names, but it's just a coinky thing. They're a bunch of hipster names. But as I come onto the scene, analyzing the situation, what does my character know, seeing everything? That's
So
happening?
you would see, what I've kind of described. You're looking at a stretch of hallway, and periodically there are these puffs of a sweet smelling vapor that keep going into the hallway. It's a scenario that it's clearly able to put up enough of a trail to block any scent tracking. And as your group has kind of been halted at this spot, you can only assume that Mira is getting further and further away.
This is what I would do. My character wise, I would see the bullshittery happening, right, with the puffiness of things, immediately wrap up, and then pass message into the cloud, hoping I'm about to hit Dolores. Because
Well,
I
Doris
am
is right there.
Okay. So as I'm messaging, hey, are things fine or not fine? What's up? Give me the 411.
This vapor is some sort of poison, and it's pulling me into a memory, I think. But I have this perfume that I've been spraying.
As you're saying this, I am regurgitating it out to anyone listening out that may or may not have.
All right. So Germaine and Rill are now standing with Doris. Germaine is wrapped up. Did Rill do anything to wrap his face?
And yeah, I feel like it's reasonable. Like if there's vapor, pull the mask up.
Then I need both of you to make a Constitution saving throw with advantage.
Okay, this guy is going to jail.
I think I'm going to use my inspiration. I don't hate this number. but I don't think it's enough.
Does a 14 do it?
That was my question, because that's what I got.
A 14 just passes.
Huzzah! Then I think I'll keep it.
Well, well, once I say whether it succeeds or fails, that's when you can no longer make the choice of using it or not. You chose not to use it.
I mean, I got 14, so.
Right. So just as Doris did, you smell something sweet. It sends you down a spiral, similar to what Doris had. Something from your past, something that you can attach. But you're able to kind of fight off this feeling, and keep your body and your wits about you. But you realize that you're going to have to do something to kind of get beyond this place by force, by wits, by magic. I'm willing to hear ideas, but investigation, arcana, sleight of hand.
Okay.
What I've got.
All right, put yourself in my position, right? I'm over here. I
can't get to Pennsylvania right now.
Philadelphia is not a good place anyway, but yeah, like if I'm in this cloud of nonsense, right? Do I think brute forcing my way to get to the other side is probably the best course of action?
Probably not, because you don't know how many things are going to come out of the walls. You see, random spurts here and there, and given effort, you would probably succumb to whatever effect is there.
Okay.
So figuring out either the pattern, figuring out how to turn them off would probably be best.
And okay, given between me and Ryle, because I'm sorry I wasn't paying attention to Ryle's class, giving that stuff. Who do you think? How much would Hannibal think? Between the two is more constitutional, like.
That is a very good question.
I'm a bard. What are you?
Oh, I'm a rogue. This is kind of a toss-up here. We're those two guys.
Yeah. I'm willing to build. I'm willing to let things happen. I'm assuming Ryle is within touching distance of Hannibal.
I am, and I'm going to be entirely honest with you. Like, sleep is trying to drag me down like a weight right now, so I'm not 100% sure what's going on. Just tell me what you want me to do, and I will do it.
I was just gonna cast.
We got 7 minutes, Robin. You can make it.
I can make it.
I was just gonna cast enhance ability on you.
Okay, cool.
So you can have advantage on ability checks. But I don't think Constitution.
What ability are you going to do? Because there are no
Constitution ability checks.
Abilities.
It's
not going to help with saving throws.
I just read that. Well, maybe I'm
if
assuming
you wanted to do something towards investigation, arcana, or sleight of hand.
Hey, what's up? Which one would you prefer, Royal? As I lay my hand on you, and I literally ask, which ability do you wish to be better?
Let's try Arcana, because I don't get to roll it very often.
Sure, I'm casting Enhance Ability to give you advantage on your Arcana checks.
It would be any intelligence check for the duration of the spell.
Okay, so at first I rolled a 3, and then when I rolled again, it's a good thing I had advantage because I 19'd after that.
Ooh.
All right, so Rill, what kind of experience do you have with dealing with the flows of magic?
Well, I've spent a lot of time in a laboratory, and I'm gonna leave it at that.
All right. So, without giving too much away about your character, you've heard a lot, and you've had to experience quite a bit. So something about this spot almost feels like, especially when this spell descends upon you, you almost feel like you can tap in to the weave, the flow of magic in this place.
Cool.
And when you open yourself to that, it is almost insanely easy to envision like a temporary, like, oh, I just turned the water off, and you turn the knob and you watch as these vents, the puff gets smaller and gets smaller until they're non-existent. You realize this is a temporary cessation of this. You don't have full control. This is not your domicile, but you've shut them off for a little bit, and you can pass through unscathed.
I just want to preface that I am fully aware that we split the party. What I am expecting as a player to happen is we're going to get into some shit that we can't get out of. And then Buzz and Kane are going to come in and rescue us. Like, full disclosure, I know what I'm doing. I just want Hannibal and Real to be aware. I know this is bad choices. And also, I'm intentionally making bad choices. So you guys aren't like, oh yeah, I'm sure Bobby has a plan. It's like, no.
Two-prong attack, baby, it's fine.
Well,
I'm sleepwalking.
Or we might
as we are
wander off
nearing
and
the
get high.
end of as we are nearing the end of tonight's session, I am actually going to do something where I'm going to jump ahead just because I had a whole lot more planned, more things like,
And then
this
we are
little
in the tavern for an hour.
more traps like this one. Envision whatever you like, as you guys have to pull your resources and your wits to navigate through with this, looming idea that this person that you are following is just, is moving faster than the lot of you. You eventually go through a winding series of hazards before you get to a barren wall. You search, and eventually you find one of the bricks or stones isn't actually a brick or stone, but it is a button.
Go ahead.
As you push the stone in, a door hisses open, and a wave of chemical heat hits you like a wall. The air here is thick, syrupy, a haze of metallic tang and sweet rot that coats the tongue. The chamber beyond thrums with rhythmic machinery and the heartbeat of an unholy process. 5 enormous glass tanks dominate the room, rising from the floor like cathedral pillars. Inside each viscous green acid churns and bubbles, casting sickly light across the walls. Floating at the center of each tank is an amorphous mass, pulsing faintly, alive in a way that defies comfort. Their shapes shift. Every so often you seem like a face or a hand appears in one of these masses, sometimes little more than rippling silhouettes in the glow. From above, needle-like injectors descend in slow, precise intervals, piercing the fluid to jab into the amorphous things. Each injection elicits a muted ripple, a shudder that travels through the tank and into the pipes below. The fluids bleed downward, merging through a tangled lattice of glass and copper tubes that converge in a central collection vat, a wide circular basin bubbling with a strange iridescent brew. Its surface swirls with a rainbow oil sheen, every color of dream and nightmare. The smells intoxicating. Flowers and smoke, blood and honey, ozone and burnt sugar. The walls around the tank are plastered with alchemical notes, scribbled in 3 different hands. Some are written in neat runic script, others in frenzied chaos, as if penned by someone in the throes of euphoria or withdrawal. Vials and syringes litter workbenches, some still half filled with shimmering solutions. A single Balarium conduit snakes along the ceiling, pulsing in sync with the tanks, the faint hum almost musical. Every few seconds, the chamber sighs, a slow exhalation from the vents overhead. The glass ripples slightly, the acid sloshes, and one of the amorphous shapes lets out what might be a whisper, or might be just escaping gas. And then the rhythmic cycle begins again. Hiss, descend, inject, pulse, drain. The central vat stirs, the liquid inside glows brighter, the birth of another batch, ready for the streets. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Oh.
Killing.
So, yeah. So, thanks, everyone, for playing. For those of you out there, thanks for, listening in. Each of the players in this wondrous game is playing a homebrew subclass specific for Under the Dome. But if you want to check out these subclasses or, whatnot, doing those over on Mondays on the website, nerdarchy.com. There's a plethora of great content I'm dropping there, pretty much every day. So come on back next week and watch the next game and see what happens here. Check out the website. Check out where you can find all these wondrous people. And until next time,